and welcome back to the Review Realm. It's Sienna, and today we are going to be discussing everything I watched in April of 2025. Now, in April, I watched 13 movies. Yay, go me, and 0 TV shows. Womp womp womp. I know, pretty surprising. I didn't watch a show, which I am shocked by. I, for some reason, thought I did, but then when I was thinking and creating this list, I was like, oh, I didn't. That's kind of awkward. But we're going to be going over the movies I watched in April, which is fun and exciting. Now, this list is in no particular order. I just basically wrote down everything I watched in April, and we are just going to get into it. But before we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So the first movie that is on this list is a Minecraft movie, which I had the pleasure of seeing. And honestly, this film, it was a film. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. It stars Jack Black and Jason Momoa, and they enter a Minecraft world with some other people. And then they go on a journey and come back to the real world. That's all I can really say about this film with going into it. But I have a full review on my channel discussing my full thoughts on this film. And it was a funny film because I was just watching this and I was like, what is going on? We got out of the movie theater, I was with my sister, and I go, I have no idea what we just watched. And now a couple weeks removed from watching a Minecraft movie, I can still tell you that I have no idea what I watched, honestly. If I'm being completely honest, that film was something, but go watch my review if you want my full thoughts. Next film on this list is The Amateur, which follows a guy named Charlie, and he's a CIA decoder. He does the computer side of it, and his wife dies in a terrorist attack in London, and he feels like the CIA is not doing enough to track down her killer, so he decides to take the matter into his own hands and goes and tracks down the people who have killed his wife. And now this film isn't like completely action-packed. There are action moments, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's an action movie because Charlie, he is a computer guy. He's not the guy who's gonna go in guns blazing, just fighting, beating up people. It's not who his character is, but it's him killing people in what suits him best, which I actually thought was interesting, and I had a good time watching this film. It is a little bit, I would say, of a slow burn, but overall, it's just a good movie if you want some action, but not a ton of it. Now, the next movie on this list, I thought was gonna be like a decent movie. It had potential, so I walked into the movie theater thinking, this could maybe be a good film. Turns out I was wrong, and this movie is Drop. Now, it's about a woman. She is a widow, single mother, and she is getting back out in the dating world. And she decides to go on this first date with this guy, and it's her first day back, and she's feeling really nervous, and they go to a fancy restaurant. When she starts getting these airdrops on her phone, and it turns out that someone is threatening her child and her sister, and she has to kill her date to save her kid and her sister. So it's about her trying not to kill her date and protect her child at the same time. Now, I thought this film could have really good potential because you're in a very secluded setting. You know, you can really focus on character development and everyone in this restaurant. I was thinking, oh, they're gonna make everyone look like the suspect. And they sort of tried, but it just didn't really work that well. And honestly, this film just dragged on. And I didn't really enjoy it that much. I do have a full review on it, but overall, I would not really recommend this film to anyone. So that's my thoughts on Drop, very brief, but go check out my review if you want the full thing. Now, this next film we are going to be discussing could possibly be the best film of 2025, and that is Sinners, which stars Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, and is directed by Ryan Coogler. Now, this film, I walked into the movie theater thinking it could be okay. I'm a little nervous. I didn't really know what to think of it, especially from all the trailers, and me and my sister were really debating if we were even gonna go and watch Sinners. Now, I'm really glad that we did end up going that first Thursday, like at 2 o'clock, and I ended up really enjoying this film. Now, the first week it came out, like, I heard some things about it, like people talking about the film, but then I felt like the following week, this film just blew up. Everyone is now talking about Sinners. Oh, it's the best movie of the year. It could win awards. There's all these things going. It's making money. So good for it. I really enjoyed this film, actually. Everything about this film was good. From the story, the directing, the cinematography, the acting. I was just like completely shocked because I thought at best, it's just going to be an okay film. I'll probably forget about it in a week. But that was not the case with Sinners. I really enjoyed it. Now, it does advertise as like a horror movie. I think there is scary moments of it, but it's really not that scary. My sister, she was nervous about seeing this film with me. I was about to go alone because she's not into like scary horror movies, but she ended up going and she actually enjoyed this film too. So I would definitely recommend Sinners to other people. Now, if you want my full thoughts on it, I do have a review up on the channel. Now, the next film on this list is The Accountant 2, which is the follow-up movie to The Accountant, which stars Ben Affleck. And this film was actually really good. Sequels can either be good or really bad, and I felt like this one was good. I would say The Accountant, it's probably equal to it, if not a little bit better. So that's really surprising from a sequel for the most part, and I enjoyed the film. It has really good comedic moments and also good action. It's everything that you would expect if you have seen the first Accountant film, and I think if you liked the first Accountant, you're gonna like this one as well. Now, the next movie in this list is a part of this new series I'm doing on my channel called Throwback Tuesday, where every Tuesday I am reviewing a film that is on this list, which is the best 100 movies of all time, according to this poster. So the first film that I reviewed on it was The Dark Knight, and that's because this is probably the film on that list that I've seen the most, and it is a part of the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. It's the second film, has an iconic performance from Heath Ledger, and it also has Christian Bale as Batman, and honestly, it's just a really good film. I love this film, and I do have the review up on my channel, and it's just a really good watch. And honestly, if you aren't into superhero movies, you can still watch The Dark Knight. You don't even have to watch Batman Begins, to be honest, to sort of follow it. You miss some stuff, but it'd still be an enjoyable watch. It's just a really great film, and Heath Ledger is the Joker. He just does a fantastic job. But that leads me to my next film, which was also on this poster and is part of Throwback Tuesday, which was Pulp Fiction. Now, I have seen Quentin Tarantino films before, but I've never seen Pulp Fiction, and I was actually like pretty impressed with this film. I was like thinking, okay, it's gonna be okay, but everyone talks about it, so I was like, it's probably like really good. And the more I think about this film, the more I enjoy it. Now, it's been some time removed since I have seen the film and since I have done my review, which is up on my channel, but I feel like I've gained insight on it after I keep watching like different things about the creation of it or different things on other Quentin Tarantino films, and I think I've really begun to enjoy this film even more. I did like it when I first saw it, but now, having it being days removed, I really enjoyed Pulp Fiction, especially Samuel L. Jackson's performance. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, that was so good. It's a good film. If you really do love Quentin Tarantino, you're really gonna enjoy this film. Now, it is a non-linear. You're sort of going in and out of different stories, which I think can be confusing to some, but the way they piece this film together, it is very cohesive and you can start to understand it. And it's just a film that the more you think about and the more you digest, the more it becomes impressive. Now, the next film I watched was because the sequel was coming out in May, and that is A Simple Favor. And the sequel, Another Simple Favor, came out on May 1st. Now, I have the pleasure of seeing A Simple Favor back when it first came out in 2018, and I rewatched it again because honestly, I forgot everything that happened in A Simple Favor. It's sort of the type of movie that you watch, you digest it, and then you completely forget about it because it's not that memorable. But I was like, since the sequel is coming out and I'm going to be doing a review on that, I should probably rewatch the first one. And I did. And honestly, it's just an okay film. Anna Kendrick and Henry Golding are like the only enjoyable parts. And then I sort of like just forgot about it. And I watched it not too long ago and I'm already like forgetting parts of it. So that just tells you how much I enjoyed that film. But I don't have a review up on A Simple Favor, but I do have a review up of Another Simple Favor, its sequel, which I posted. It's up on the channel. You can watch that if you want my thoughts, because technically I watched Another Simple Favor in May. Moving on to the next film, and it is The Lifeless. Follows a girl named Alex who's played by Sophia Carson, and her mother has just passed passed away, and for her to receive her inheritance, she has to complete a bucket list that she created as a teenager. This list is full of a bunch of different things like stand-up comedy, go fall in love, become a great teacher, things like that. It's just a bunch of different lists, and her mom leaves her CDs every time she completes one of them. Now, there is a time limit. She has to complete this list by 1 year. So it's her going through a whole year of her life trying to complete this bucket list. Now, her mom does this for her to hopefully help find Alex's place in this world, because she believes Alex has just been sort of living life but has lost her purpose. So it's her mom as her final wish to Alex to sort of find who she is and reconnect with almost her younger self. This story is really about self-discovery. Now, I was walking into this film thinking, it's going to be okay. It's probably like a rom-com or romantic, blah, blah, blah. It's predictable, which it is predictable, but honestly, I did not mind. I actually really enjoyed this movie. It pulls at your heartstrings at parts, and honestly, I was getting a little emotional. Allergy season, okay? But this film, I thought, was actually not bad, and I really did enjoy this film, even though I'm not really necessarily into those types of films. It was just really well done and a good story about self-discovery. So if you are into a little of that rom-com film, romantic movies, or just self-discovery, you'd probably like this film, and it is on Netflix. Now, the last 3 films on this list I watched within 48 hours of each other, and I don't know if I was like on something or what, but because I just went down a Jane Austen spiral, okay, in the month of April. Now, if you watched my March Everything I Watched, you would know that I watched the 2005 Pride Prejudice again. I've seen this film a lot. Like, I don't even know how many times, but it's been a lot. And the 20th anniversary of the film was in April, and they did a re-release in theaters. So I was like, to my sister, we gotta go. We just have to go see it on the big screen. So we decided to go for the 20th anniversary screening, and honestly, it was really fun. I've never been in a theater with so many women, but it was just nice to watch this film that I know so well. Just hearing other people laugh, like when I would laugh, or like just hearing other people's reaction to a film, because I wasn't even alive when this film first came out. It was really cool to see it on the big screens, especially since I love it so much. Hopefully I don't watch it in May. I might need a detox, because the next thing I watched, this technically is a TV show, although you should watch it all in one sitting, okay? Shoot, it is technically a TV show. Oh, I messed up. But anyway, it is the Pride and Prejudice, 1995. It's more book accurate compared to the 2005 film, but it's super enjoyable. And you do need to watch it all in one sitting, okay? It's only 6 hours. You'll survive, okay? And trust me, you're just gonna want to watch it all in one sitting. It's just a binge. Like, sit there, rot, and watch Pride and Prejudice and have a smile on your face the whole time. I really enjoyed it. Well, I finished that TV show and decided I'm still in the mood for some Jane Austen, but I can't watch Pride and Prejudice again because I just watched 2 things involving Pride and Prejudice in less than 24 hours. So I decided to watch Sense and Sensibility, which stars Emma Thompson and a bunch of other famous actors that you would know. And it was released in 1995. Now, this was my first time watching Sense and Sensibility. I haven't read the book. I have read Pride and Prejudice, but I was like, I know the basic plot of Sense and Sensibility, and I just was like in the mood. I'm just gonna watch it, turn it on, and I was thinking it was late at night when I started this film. I think it was like 10 o'clock. I was like, I'm only gonna watch the first like 30 minutes, then go to bed, and I can finish it in the morning if I still care. Well, I ended up staying up past midnight watching this film, and I almost cried at the end of it. I was like, this was so good. I really enjoyed Sense and Sensibility, 1995, and I am now starting to read the book Sense and Sensibility, and I'll probably rewatch this film in May. So we'll check back in May to see if I rewatched it. That and Pride and Prejudice, who knew? But we'll see about that. But that was everything I watched in April. So I guess I did watch one show, although it should be a movie, but like they don't want to make a movie 6 hours long. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let me know if you have any recommendations for me for the month of May. Hopefully I don't watch Pride and Prejudice again, but we'll see. But have a great day. Bye!